In this video, we are going to discuss about converting NFA with epsilon transitions to DFA. So here the input is NFA with epsilon transition, whereas the output is DFA. There is no need to convert NFA with epsilon transitions to NFA without epsilon transition, and then NFA will be converted to DFA. So there is no need to follow that approach. Directly we can convert NFA with epsilon transition to DFA. There is no need to convert NFA with epsilon to NFA without epsilon, and from NFA without epsilon to DFA. So there is no need to follow that approach. So here first we have to calculate epsilon closure of the starting state. So we know about what is the use of this epsilon symbol. Epsilon symbol is mainly useful in order to move from one state to another state without applying any input symbol. If you take this example, here the input symbol contains, here the input alphabet contains two symbols. They are 0, 1. Epsilon is not a part of the input alphabet. So by applying this epsilon, we can move from Q0 to Q1. By applying epsilon, we can move from Q1 to Q2 like that. Okay. So by using epsilon, we can move from one state to another state without applying any input symbol. In this problem, input symbol means 0 and 1 only. Epsilon is not a part of the input alphabet. Okay. First, we have to calculate epsilon closure of the initial state. In this example, the initial state is Q0, final state is Q4. So first we have to calculate epsilon closure of starting state. So what is the initial state? Q0 is the initial state. So calculate epsilon closure of Q0. Epsilon closure of any state is that state only. So epsilon closure of Q0 means Q0. And then here epsilon closure means it contains a list of states that are reachable from Q0, by applying the input symbol epsilon. Okay. So what are the states that are reachable? By applying epsilon symbol. Okay. So that is nothing but epsilon closure. So by applying epsilon on Q0, we can move to the Q1 state. Again, by applying epsilon on Q1, we can move to the Q2 state. Next here we have 1. We don't have epsilon transition. So again come back. By applying epsilon on Q1, we can go to the Q5 state. Next, here we don't have any epsilon transition. So this is nothing but epsilon closure of Q0. So what are the states that are reachable by applying epsilon symbol? Okay. Now here we got Q0, Q1, Q2, Q5. Let us assume this state as the capital A. So here capital A is nothing but the starting state. Let us assume this state as A. Now we need to calculate transition functions by applying the symbols 0 and 1. Okay. Here what is A? A means Q0, Q1, Q2, Q5. Here we are assuming that Q0, Q1, Q2, Q5 is nothing but A. So let us calculate delta of A, 0. Here the formula here is epsilon closure of delta of here what is the state? A. So delta of epsilon closure of A, comma, what is the input symbol? 0 is the input symbol. So that is equal to epsilon closure of delta of, what is epsilon closure of A? It is already calculated. Here A means what? Q0. Here A means Q0, Q1, Q2, Q5, comma 0. So that is equal to epsilon closure of, so this can be written as delta of Q0, 0, union delta of Q1, 0, union delta of Q2, 0, union delta of Q0, Q1, Q2, and what is the next symbol? Delta of Q5, 0. So that is equal to epsilon closure of delta of, here what is delta of Q0, 0? So there is no transition on E. So the state is pi union. Q1 comma 0 means no transition. So pi union. Q2 comma 0 means no transition. So pi union. Q5 comma 0 means by applying 0 on Q5 we will go to the Q6 state. Q6 state. So that is equal to epsilon closure of pi union Q6 is nothing but Q6. Epsilon closure of Q6. So what is epsilon closure of Q6? Let us calculate this one. So by applying epsilon on Q6, we can go to the Q4. Epsilon closure of Q6 means that state only. So Q6 comma. By applying epsilon on Q6, we can go to the Q4 state. Next, by applying epsilon on Q4, we can go to the Q1 state. By applying epsilon on Q1, we can go to the Q2 state. From Q2, there is no epsilon transition. So come back. By applying epsilon on Q1, we can go to the Q5 state. Q5 state. Let us assume the state as A is already over. Let us assume the state as the B. Let us assume the state as the B. So that means if we apply 0 input symbol on A state, we will go to the B state. Okay. Now we have to calculate A of 1. Here for space constraints, what I am doing is, let us write this value here. What is B here? B means, so this is important here. So this is nothing but epsilon closure of Q6. So on calculation here we are getting epsilon closure of Q6. What is epsilon closure of Q6? Q6 comma, Q4 comma, Q1 comma, Q2 comma, Q5. So this state is nothing but B. Q6, Q4, Q1, Q2, Q5, that is nothing but B. So for space constraints, I am erasing all these lines. So now we have to calculate. A of 0 is calculated. If we apply 0 on A, we will get B state. Now let us calculate A of 1. So delta of A of 1 is equal to same epsilon closure of delta of epsilon closure of A. What is epsilon closure of A? It is already calculated. So Q0 comma, Q1 comma, Q2 comma, Q5 comma 1. So that is equal to epsilon closure of, so this can be written as delta of Q0 comma 1 union, delta of Q1 comma 1 union, delta of Q2 comma 1 union, delta of Q5 comma 1. So epsilon closure of, what is delta of Q0 comma 1? No transition. So pi union Q1 comma 1 means Q1 comma 1, no transition. So pi union Q2 comma 1. We can apply 1 on Q2. Then we will get Q3 state. Union Q5 comma 1 means no transition. So pi. So this is nothing but epsilon closure of Q3. Now let us calculate epsilon closure of Q3. Epsilon closure of any state is first that state. So epsilon closure of Q3 means Q3. Here we have Q3. So if we apply epsilon on Q3, we will get Q4. Again, if we apply epsilon on Q4, we will get Q1. If we apply epsilon on Q1, we will get Q2. Next, there is no epsilon transition on epsilon Q2 state. So come back. If we apply epsilon on Q1, we will get Q5 state. So let us assume the state as C. Why? Because already AB is over. Let us assume it as C. Okay. So for space constraints, let us write these lines here. Why? Because we require these states are needed in the further steps also. So this is nothing but epsilon closure of Q3. In the examination, there is no need to note down all these steps. Already we have written these steps here. For space constraints, I am writing here. So what is epsilon closure of Q3? Q3 comma, Q4 comma, Q1 comma, Q2 comma, Q5. So Q3, Q4, Q1, Q2, Q5. So what is the state? C is the state. So now A of 0 is calculated, A of 1 is calculated. So next we have to calculate B of 0, B of 1, and then C of 0, C of 1. If we got any new states, then we have to calculate them also. This is the procedure here. So delta of B comma 0 is equal to epsilon closure of delta of epsilon closure of B comma 0. So that is equal to epsilon closure of delta of, what is epsilon closure of B? It is already calculated. What is the result? What is the result? Q6 comma Q4 comma, what is B? Q6 comma Q4 comma Q1 comma Q2 comma Q5. Q6, Q4, Q1, Q2, Q5 comma, which input symbol we have to apply? 0. So this can be written as epsilon closure of delta of Q6 comma 0. So delta of Q6 comma 0 union delta of Q4 comma 0 union delta of Q1 comma 0 union delta of Q2 comma 0 union delta of Q5 comma 0. Epsilon closure of delta of Q6 comma 0. Q6 comma 0 means pi union Q4 comma 0. Q4 comma 0 means pi union Q1 comma 0 means pi union Q2 comma 0. What is Q2 comma 0? Q2 comma 0 means what? Pi union Q5 comma 0. If we apply 0 on Q5, then we will get Q6. Then we will get Q6. Q5 comma 0. Okay. So that is equal to epsilon closure of, what is the result? Q6. What is epsilon closure of Q6? If we apply epsilon on Q6, first we have to write that state. So Q6 comma Q4 comma epsilon closure of Q6. It is already calculated. So there is no need to use our talent one more time. So what is epsilon closure of Q6? Q6 comma Q4 comma Q6 comma Q4 comma Q1 comma Q2 comma Q5. So that is equal to B only. So here, so that is equal to, this is already existing state only. So let us write this as B. So if we apply 0 on B, we will get B only. So let us erase these statements. Now we need to calculate delta of B comma 1. So delta of B comma 1. So delta of B comma 1 is equal to epsilon closure of delta of epsilon closure of B. What is epsilon closure of B? It is already calculated. Q6 comma Q4 comma Q1 comma Q2 comma Q5 comma, here the input symbol is 1. 6, 4, 1, 2, 5. So epsilon closure of Q6 comma 1. What is Q6 comma 1? What is Q6 comma 1? Pi union Q4 comma 1. What is Q4 comma 1? Pi union Q1 comma 1. Pi union Q2 comma 1. If we apply 1 on Q2, we will get Q3 union Q5 comma 1 pi. So this is nothing but epsilon closure of Q3. What is epsilon closure of Q3? It is already calculated and we got the state as C. So here delta of B comma 1 means C. If we apply 1 on B state, then we will get C as the output. So B of 0 is calculated, B of 1 is calculated. Now we have to calculate C of 0 and C of 1. So delta of C comma 0 is equal to epsilon closure of delta of epsilon closure of C. What is epsilon closure of C? It is already calculated. Q3 comma Q4 comma Q1 comma Q2 comma Q5 comma, here the input symbol is 0. So Q3, Q4, Q1, Q2, Q5. So epsilon closure of delta of Q3 comma 0. What is Q3 comma 0? Pi union delta of Q4 comma 0. What is Q4 comma 0? Pi union Q1 comma 0. What is Q1 comma 0? Pi union Q2 comma 0. What is Q2 comma 0? Pi union Q5 comma 0. Q5 comma 0 means Q6. So what is epsilon closure of Q6? It was already calculated. epsilon closure of Q6 is nothing but B. So here delta of C comma 0 means we will get B. So B means B is the result. Okay. Epsilon closure of Q6. Epsilon closure of Q6 is nothing but B. So next, here there are new states, no new states. Let us calculate the last one, delta of C of 1. So is equal to epsilon closure of, now we have to apply 1 instead of 0. What is Q3 comma 1? Q3 comma 1 means pi union. Q4 comma 1 means pi union. Q1 comma 1 means pi union. Q2 comma 1. Here now we are applying 1. So what is Q2 comma 1? Q3 union. Q5 comma 1 means pi. So we got epsilon closure of here pi union means Q3. What is epsilon closure of Q3? It was already calculated. It is C. C is the result. Okay. So now here the result is C is the result. So now all the transition functions are calculated. For space constraints, I am erasing this portion. Now let us draw the DFA. So what are the states here? The initial state is A. A is the initial state. So if we apply 0 on A, we will get B. So if we apply 0 on A, then the new state, then the state is B. If we apply 1 on A, then the state is C. So let us write C here. If we apply 1 on A, then the state is C. Next, if we apply 0 on B, then the state is B only. So self transition. If we apply 1 on B, then the state is C. If we apply 1 on B, then the state is C. If we apply 0 on C, then the state is B. If we apply 0 on C, then the state is B. If we apply 1 on C, then the state is C. So this is nothing but 1. Okay. So this is the required DFA for that problem. If we observe this diagram, here all the symbols are used. Here the alphabet contains two symbols, 0 and 1. So A uses 0 and 1, B uses 0 and 1, C uses 0 and 1. That is about DFA. DFA means each state must consume all the symbols of the alphabet. Okay. So this DFA doesn't contain any epsilon transition. So in this way we can convert NFA with epsilon transition to DFA directly. There is no need to find out NFA without epsilon transition. Directly we can get the DFA from NFA with epsilon transition by following this step. So the initial state is considered as A. Now we need to apply 0 on A, next 1 on A. Likewise we have to calculate 1 by 1 until all the states are covered, until any new state is generated.